Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. So, little Jimmy and Volk take Borscht Thunderbows and drag him out the back of the Shenanigans. And then you...
And into an alley so we don't get caught.
Right, and into an alleyway somewhere. Meanwhile, the rest of the party has put out the latest fire, literally and metaphorically speaking, and has just popped away a little bit so that when Desmond is unblind, you won't be spotted.
Is the illusory wall still there in that alleyway now that we think about it?
It should be up until I dispel it. So yes, I think so.
Phantasmal Force is duration special, yeah, so it should still be there.
You guys take it down a dead end back alley, right?
Yeah, we could hide him there. Yeah.
All right. I use my first aid proficiency.
Tell me.
Yeah. Well, I'll use my first aid proficiency on Borscht.
Okay. You will patch up his wounds. He'll be okay. He'll still be unconscious for a long time, but he'll
While
live.
he does that, I splash water in his face.
You rinse off the blood and some of the grime, delubricating Borscht Thunderbows.
I loot him because I don't actually know what's going on. I think we just killed him.
Wait, you're
He
here?
has half a sausage in his pocket.
Are we not all together? I thought
Nope.
we were
Yeah.
like... Oh.
You guys are both. You're hiding in nearby alleyways, probably parallel alleyways.
Okay, I thought they gave it to ours. Okay, my bad.
Tell Volk, it was really suspicious there. There was like all the weapons were gone, and there was clearly a lot of them. I could tell because of like the weapon shapes and the dust, and there was like rope missing and like oil flasks and things. And they've been trying to get into the safe. There was like a crowbar and it was bent. I mean, it was straight. Normally it was bent, but they'd apparently bent it so much that they'd straightened it trying to get into there. And it's some kind of a robbery.
Could somebody heal Borscht if there's a cleric who could do that?
Well,
If there was a cleric.
If there's a cleric right here in where we are, yeah.
But there's no clerics to be found.
He's plot unconscious. There's no way to wake him up until this is all over.
But he might have some hints to give us, like, some slurred words that lead us to the next clue.
That's why I splashed him to see if he would mumble something, but he didn't.
All right. Well, we need something to go on here, but we have no clues other than there's a robbery going on in the basement.
All the weapons are gone, and someone was trying to break into the basement.
Wait, the weapons
Why would that bartender guy need to break into his own safe? I don't think he's the bartender guy.
Oh, he's an imposter.
I think he's not the bartender guy. And judging from my past adventures, he may very well be a Dracula.
A Dracula, but it's daytime. He was outside, so he can't be a Dracula.
Well,
Maybe
true.
something else.
Wait, what
Is
if
a reverse Dracula who can't go out at night?
Ooh,
Or
I don't think
maybe,
that's it.
or maybe he's wearing a mask, like a Desmond mask, and that's why he can go outside because of the mask. It protects him from the sun.
Was there
Who
any
said that?
talcum powder in the basement?
I think I was like going back. I was like following you guys.
Oh, did you find us?
I'm sticking with you, so you found them.
Yeah.
Sure,
So
the
we
parties
all
find
found
one
them?
another. It's okay. You guys find one another.
All right. Hey,
I loot
guys.
the corpse.
No, you don't.
The corpse has a half sausage in it.
All right, but I tell
I have
everyone
my inventory sheet.
Is it night yet?
Hey, so what's going on here? Why do we kill Borscht?
How long has this
we
been going
found-
on?
The kid found Borscht unconscious in the basement.
I tell everybody about all the
Borscht
clues so
unconscious.
everybody's on the same page.
I found many, of course, myself, kid. Good job. So
What clues
I'm
did you
here.
find?
What?
What clues did you
What
find?
clues did you find?
About what?
The case of the fake Desmond.
Oh, is that what
Yeah.
you were doing? I went to his wife's house. There was no answer, but seems odd, right? So I figured we should just break in there and maybe steal some things.
It's not breaking in, it's investigating.
I agree.
What if his wife has been kidnapped and he sold all the weapons for the ransom? But then, no, he could be able to get into his own safe. That doesn't make sense.
They're still trying to break in.
Oh, unless his wife is the one that has the combination. He doesn't trust him.
And that's why, if you found Borscht tied up in the basement, we should go to his house to find his wife tied up.
Hold on. Does anyone have any alcohol? Maybe we could try and wake
For those ropes.
Borscht that way.
Or
Exactly. We've got to save
or magical healing.
that really pretty girl that I'm in love with, Aunt Layla, that I've never ever talked to and don't know anything else about her except how she looks.
If we get something with a strong odor, he might wake up.
Or we can leave him here and go to Desmond's house.
How much is smelling salts, Neal?
When he says something with a strong odor, I like take out the lunch my mom packed for me and start eating the boiled egg.
Unfortunately, Sean's smelling salts is closed today, and you'll be unable to get any.
What about Tim's 24-hour smelling salts?
Well, Tim was two-timing with Sean's dad, Tom, so he's gone too.
Likely story. Happens all the time. Aye. So, to Desmond's house we go. Let's investigate the place.
Do you think where should we go, really? That's the place to...
Desmond's house, climb in the second-story window, find his wife, pocket some things, solve the murder.
You know, his wife's a powerful ranger.
Aye.
She
Do
probably
you
just
think she's gone whatever the hell Desmond is as well, or only one of them?
Tough, and they were able to knock him out.
Aye. I'm feeling like we should just go there, and
what we do
she'll
with
solve the
Borscht?
mystery for us, even.
Yeah, okay, but what do we do with Borscht in the meanwhile?
I don't think we need to kill him. I don't know why you'd
A
suggest that.
hospital or something,
What?
maybe? I don't know.
If only there was a hammock in the backyard where we could stash him.
Yes, there's a hammock somewhere we could just put him in it.
If only there was a hammock at the house we're going to go to.
Guys, I don't think I should kill him, but if you really want, I can.
Well, then we're not killing him.
Right?
Well,
Who
stop
can
suggesting
actually
it.
lift him onto the hammock is my question.
What are you talking about, mate?
If we
Have
put
a
him on a hammock?
You do have a hammock. I found you had a hammock.
I
We do
do,
have a
but yes, but
Aye, let's bring him to the
on
hammock. He'll be relaxed.
Okay, let's
He'll
put
be
him in the
great.
hammock in the backyard. All right.
And then we'll know where to get him if we need to kill him.
Alright.
What?
What?
What's with you, man? Killing people?
I am saying we
Kill the
shouldn't. I don't know why this Volt guy keeps suggesting all this killing. We should just put him in the hammock and then we know where he is if we need to later. All right, let's go to Desmond's house.
Okay,
We can't just carry carry this guy through the
Sure we
street.
can.
No one
Oh,
heals.
I've got
They're
a
gonna
hat.
notice. We need
I'll
to
put this hat
disguise
over his
him
face.
somehow.
What's the worst
I'll put
that'll
this-
happen? We'll have to fight some people. Let's grab him. Let's go.
Wait, I'll put a hat on over his face.
A what?
Hat.
Oh.
But is Desmond still blinded outside?
Isn't he a
How long
giant?
is this
That only
Yeah.
lasts for
Last one.
1d4 minutes, so he's probably done by now.
You know, we're in an alley.
Anyways, a distance away.
Yeah,
At least
the whole
backyard.
party's in an alley.
Are there any laundry lines with some clothes hanging on them?
Absolutely, they're all over the place. The town
All
is
right,
lousy with them.
I go sneak back there, and unfortunately, the only thing I can find that's big enough to fit him is like a big frilly dress, like a big wide floppy hat. that kinda
I
covers his
mean,
face.
you happen to be in Bertha's backyard, so of course the large pink frilly dress is here, and that's the only thing that's going to fit Borscht, because Bertha's kids are just way too small, and he's a big boned orc, so yeah.
All right, so we'll put the dress on him and the floppy hat to cover, and say just like hang him between two of you and pretend that she's drunk.
Aye.
Okay.
Thievery and humiliation. I like you, kid. You got good style.
Who's also tall?
I stare you down.
Hey, I'm an elf. They're short.
Is there a
They're
wheelbarrow in the
genius.
backyard?
Yes.
Okay, we go get the wheelbarrow and put.
You can wheelbarrow Borscht in his pink frilly dress wherever you need to go.
All right, and I keep saying, "Oh, Aunt Martha, when are you ever gonna stop drinking so much?"
So wait, is it the kid doing the
Luckily,
wheelbarrow while we walk
it's
next
the
to him?
80s
No,
alcoholism.
just-
It's just a joke.
I'll do the wheelbarrow.
I think we'll need someone else on the wheelbarrow as well to help the kid.
I'll help the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured an adult was gonna do the wheelbarrow. I was just gonna like say things about.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
probably taller than me.
Okay, so we can stash him in the backyard.
So now He's in the dress with the hat and everything in the hammock, just lazing about.
Yes, he is.
In a wheelbarrow.
Well, no, I thought we were gonna put him in the hammock to make it even more swaggy.
Well, that was before we knew wheelbarrow was an option.
True.
All right, well, you have Borscht in some form of mobile transportation system.
We got Desmond's
What do you
house.
want to do?
We got
Are
Desmond's house.
there any trees that
Yes.
have branches that go close to the windows?
Yes. But not of Shenanigans, but of other nearby buildings.
We're at Desmond's house.
Desmond's house.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Desmond's
Well, the
house.
whole house is like a jungle, so there's lots of trees there.
All right, so I'll climb a tree and try to get in a window.
I love this kid.
All right, kid. I need you to make me a dexterity check to climb the tree. It's going to be tough.
I'm
gonna be-
standing out of the way. If he falls, I'm not catching him.
I'll catch him.
DC 21.
I have a
What
giant
does
smile on my
DC
face.
stand for? Is it difficulty check?
Difficulty check.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have 18 dex?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
I'm
already
a
rolled
little
that.
more
hands made for
That's
stealing.
the second time he's rolled that. This is the first time you noticed.
I think so. And you
I'm
are
a 12-year-old kid. I couldn't have good strength. I don't actually like fight with anything except a slingshot.
Are you a 12-year-old elven kid?
No, because then I would have 19 decks.
Okay. All right. You can scramble up and into Desmond's house. You find yourself in where else but his bedroom. Apparently, that's the window that was left open. The bed is made nice and neatly. There's a little foot locker at the end of it, a dresser, a bureau, a big mirror. There are a pair of swords crossed over the bed, as well as a bow and a quiver of arrows. Yeah.
Does it look like it's been ransacked in any way?
No, it looks nice and tidy.
Okay, I'll listen as best I can to see if I hear anything in the house.
Give me a perception check.
That's not as good, but hopefully.
Ooh, yeah.
Do I hear any plotting thieves like laying out their entire scheme?
You-
My little side check.
Snake. Listen up, because I'm not going to repeat this. We're doing X, Y, and Z.
There are no plotting thieves. You can do a quick perusal of the house, and you will find all the other doors and windows locked and tightly shut. And you will find the entire place cleaned. Not like the sort of, I like to keep my house clean, but the like, I'm going to leave a town for a while and I want to make sure my house is nice when I come back to it. So like the bed is actually made and the kitchen is clean and everything is fine. So when I walk home, I don't walk into a messy house. You know, you can tell that it's this way because they're like the areas near the doorways are still sort of messy. Like the back door has like muddy footprints on the ground. But like the stuff has just been picked up and moved aside. The underlying grime is there, but the organization is done, so it's more pleasant to arrive home. And everything is locked up. Who locks their house in the middle of the day when you're Desmond and Lizzie, right? There's no need to lock your house, but everything is locked here.
I'm going to look around like on the tables and in the waste baskets to see if there's like, if somebody printed out a Google Maps and then forgot it. Or if there's like a letter from like, you know, Aunt Marge inviting them to come to
Are you
visit.
literate?
Yes.
You're a 12-year-old literate child?
Go to school.
Okay,
Plus,
all right.
plus I have a single mom. Most of my time is spent reading books and imagining
Well,
things.
Sure enough, there's a treasure map. And on the top of it, it just says Map Quest. It's an old joke for old
get it.
people.
I'm old.
Okay, I'll grab that. So I think I found the important clues here. So there's no need to go any further once I found the important clue.
Why would you? Yeah.
So I'm gonna come back outside and go, guys, guess what I found?
Through
It's
where?
like
Door or
a
window?
map to One-Eyed Willie's treasure.
Oh no! Well, what's that mean?
So
Did you
check
come
it out.
through
It's
the
a
door or the
treasure
window?
map.
He's at
I
the
think
top
they're on a
window.
quest.
Okay.
Some sort of map quest.
Ah.
So what is the
Hey,
map?
you might
Why's
open the door?
Layla still here then?
Is the map? Is there a quest on the map, or is the quest to find a map?
It says it's a quest right on the map, and it's a map. And it's look, there's a big X and everything.
So if we follow this map, we should find the real Desmond. And
So where does the map
Busy.
go to?
Where
Well-
do you get that idea from?
Does anyone
We'll find
have
desert
like
on the map?
a geography or a history proficiency?
I've got history.
Make me a history check.
One local or
I totally
ancient?
forgot this.
Whichever one you'd like.
Okay. I'll
Actually,
just
if you
do
have
look-
both, you can make one of them at advantage.
Okay, well, all right.
But
well,
a 30 is
on the first
more
roll.
than enough. This is clearly a map of Link's Isle.
Link's Isle. That's
Yeah, it's
pretty
an
far
island
away.
really far away from here.
North coast of Aragon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right.
It's
You'll
near
find
my
it.
homeland.
There, mate. Go on ahead. We'll check the house.
Uh-huh. How about you just go in the house now and see if you trigger any traps?
Sure. Did he open the door yet?
No, he didn't. He just went in the window and came out the window.
You won't
He
see
didn't-
me climbing the fuck up there.
Well, then I guess you're stuck out here.
Unless
You
someone's
think
opened
the
the door
real
for me.
Desmond? Do you
I'm
think
not
the
opening
real
the door.
Desmond went on a quest, and maybe that's why nobody's here?
But why is Layla here?
Yeah. Why would she be here?
She's probably mind controlling him.
Boy, do you think that thing's just like Gollum Desmond left in charge of the bar while he went on a mission?
Nice. Probably Layla mind controlling Desmond.
I just think
Open the
like
doors, we could do
Desmond
this
left this automaton in charge of the bar while he was off on a quest, that's all. And Layla didn't notice because she was a moody teenager.
Do you think she needs to be rescued?
Not really, she didn't look like she was in any distress yet.
Oh.
Yet. Well, we're not in Act 3
Rescue
yet.
someone, they automatically fall in love with you. That's just how things work.
Well, we're not in Act 3. If we get to Act 3, that'll probably happen, okay?
Well, that would imply the house is empty.
Well, he just...
There wasn't anybody, and the doors were locked. It looked like they went off on a trip.
Does anybody have any sort of like a illusion detection thing, or like a truth telling spell, or anything that could determine?
I have an illusion detector. I bend down and pick up a stick.
Well,
Actually, this will work too in a pinch.
Like a mind, maybe a mind reading spell, or no.
I got dimness, bad at dancing lights, and fairy sparks. So it's like weaker versions of fairy fire, dancing lights, and darkness.
Okay.
Well, I'm fairly certain he's not an illusion, so it might be a mimic, doppelganger, something else.
Hey, it might just be Desmond. Maybe he's an asshole.
I don't have any skills.
Alright,
All I have is
Desmond.
There's a lot of different options here. There's like a charm too. There's a lot of ways to know if somebody's telling the truth or not.
We're sure just Layla mind controlling him. We should just murder her and rob her.
You want to murder a child?
Is she a child?
Yes.
I mean, she's like a teenager, right?
And she's probably a level 3
like
wizard.
12 or something.
He's an
13.
ambush. I hear you. If we just
Or
get the jump on her, she
depending
can't
on
do
the
anything.
Episode.
Good idea.
Sometimes
people.
she's
Good
12,
idea.
sometimes she's 15.
While these boring adults are talking, I'm gonna get out the rope that my dad used to teach me his rodeo cowboy lassoing tricks, and I'll just kind of like try to practice it, but keep like failing.
Well,
Man,
what are you gonna do,
to
party?
establish this so in a clutch moment I can succeed at it.
What are you gonna do, party? What's going on here? You have some ideas, it seems. How are you gonna test any of them?
So
Oh,
we're
we
not.
can't. He's got
We
one
know
arm.
he's
We
not
can't
a
just any of them.
Dracula. I think
Actually,
Well, we can test them, but if we're wrong, we'll die.
Yeah, so it's not worth it.
So how do you test something that is almost untestable?
maybe we can ask him questions that only he would know.
He's
Hey.
very testy and not willing to talk.
I got the idea, guys. Don't worry about it. So we loot this place, we make money, we hire someone to attack him, and if they die from lightning or some shite, then it is
Yeah,
Desmond.
but so will you, though.
Yeah, you'll die too for being the one who hired him.
Well, how
That
many
doesn't seem like the right kind
times
of
do I
plan
have
at
to
all.
go through? If I hire someone to hire someone to hire someone to attack them,
The whole chain
Whole chain
gets you.
dies. It's like a curse.
Yeah.
I've heard tales that that's not how it works.
Well, go test it.
Yeah, we'll stay here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone in the world would be involved because we all affect each other in some way or another.
I think
sort
if
of
you
beautiful.
directly order it, then you're responsible or something like that.
Aye, so don't directly order it.
How do you indirectly order murder? No.
Easily. It's your first rodeo, I see.
Well, the kid could do better, yeah.
Well, does anyone have a plan, or are you
Does
all going to
anybody-
give up and go
Does
home?
anybody have a past with Desmond that you could like bring up? Like, hey, remember the time when this happened, and then I gave you this, or
I
If his memory
already,
fails, we die.
yeah, I did ask him at the
I mean,
beginning.
And I think, are you sure there's
Actually-
like divine
I'm-
spells?
I mean, I could ask him about the time that we solved his mouse problem as the Berkshire Health Inspector.
I
then
already
putting-
asked him that,
Why are you
and
all
he
so
said he
settled
doesn't
up?
remember.
Why don't we
So-
just Why don't we just cast something that doesn't?
Does he have a good memory? Like, does him
Cast
not
something
remembering
to
something
spell.
prove that he's not Desmond, or does this just prove that he is Desmond with a bad memory?
Hmm.
Hey, y'all are just overthinking.
You know, but we
Just
don't
cast
actually-
spell to
doesn't
dispel
actually have-
any negative magic, and if it's not that, it's just either him as an asshole or him as a monster. You hire it for some restoration magic that would cure any fucking curse, and if that's not the case, it's either a monster or he's an asshole. You're fucked either way.
I think the only option left is to actually try and hurt him. And
You know,
Sure, ignore everything I just said and don't try anything that would break a curse. Good call. Go for it, mate. I'll watch.
your plans are just to kill him, so no.
My plan was not to kill him. Maybe you should try fucking listening, mate. I'm saying cast something like Dispel on him, so if he's fucking cursed, it dispels the curse, and if he's
well,
not
we
cursed,
don't
you
have
didn't
to
fucking hurt him.
spell. We don't have to
where would the
spell.
cargo net come in?
Yeah, where would the cargo net come in?
That comes right after, and if you die doing it, we know it's fucking Desmond.
Ooh, what if we wake Borsch up or wait for Borsch to wake up and tell us what's going on?
Yeah,
Or who called them?
he's right there. He's right there in the wheelbarrow
By
behind
that
us.
time, they might have broken open the safe.
Mm.
Is there
Do we
any
care?
concern that Desmond might notice Borsch is missing in the
No.
near future?
No, that's a good point.
No, we're not really worried about that.
We're not that
in a
smart.
different location.
Yeah.
It can't be Desmond because you guys presumably told me by now that Borsch was his best friend, and he wouldn't beat up his best friend and tie him up.
Desmond's kind of violent. He would beat up pretty much anyone if the circumstances were right.
Like I heard he murdered this elf noble a few years back. Just well, no,
Well, no one likes elves.
That was the
That's-
orc.
that doesn't matter.
The orc murdered an elf noble a few years back.
Yeah, I heard that was a really
Hmm.
sad story and like a real iconic character.
Mm.
I heard it was kind of cheap too,
Yep.
like some sort of DM vengeance.
Yep.
That's not the story I heard. I heard it was completely warranted.
Oh, it's Borsch awake. I heard him say something.
He falls right back asleep.
All right, the other option is that, like, say right outside the back door, like we tie some ropes to
Mhm.
Borsch's arms, and so like we can move him like a puppet,
Mhm,
and we can
mhm.
like tie an axe into his hand, and then it's like someone can be on the roof working the ropes,
Mhm.
and then like throw open the door and have puppets Borsch, like somebody gives the voice that's like, Desmond, I know you're not the real Desmond. How dare you knock me out and tie me up or something.
Mm.
We don't really need to plan past that because
Yeah, you're
clearly
right.
something's going to go wrong at that point, very
Mhm.
comically, and we'll be improvising the rest of the way anyway.
Everyone got rope use?
I do.
Oh, good. Okay. I'll
I know
buy
where we
some
can
rope
rent
and we'll
some
do it.
rope.
I'll buy some
I
rope.
have all kinds of
Good,
kids
clean
skills.
rope.
Clean rope.
Kid skills.
Yeah, we'll buy some clean rope. You can inspect them first.
So
Okay,
the
we'll go
plan
to the
is
general
to
store.
weekend at Borsch's.
I want a better plan.
Well, give us a better plan.
I can't. I got nothing.
We tried testing things, but I'm more than happy to watch you do any of this.
Hey, if you want to cast some of your spells on Desmond, we'll stand 50 feet back and watch.
I mean, I could.
You're the highest official. You could also order like an arrest or something on him for overcharging the prices.
I mean, I could definitely arrest Desmond for the health violations in the kitchen. But
Yeah.
It's not Desmond.
Well, we know that.
That way, the town would have to implode if it's because it's not
that matter
you,
violation of child labor laws.
Clearly, Desmond
child
and
labor
his
laws?
wife went looking for this treasure, and it's a long way off, and so he's going to be gone for a while.
Yeah.
Which means that those imposters, they might do, and all this time, they might do something horrible to Layla to like cover their tracks. We have to go fast.
Yeah, we do. Okay, I'll go buy the rope and then we'll do the puppetry thing because no one else has got any better ideas.
All right.
You guys trying to give a better idea.
Force plan.
So you go to buy rope. You can get
Yeah.
some.
Yeah. I'll just look in the economics. Yeah.
Yep. Standard prices.
Yeah, I'll just get some thin rope. All right, will this rope do?
Sure. I'll use rope skill to like try to assess it.
Yeah, you can. It's a solid rope, and you can definitely weekend at Borsch's him. Which, by the way, if no one's seen Weekend at Bernie's, it's worth it. It might be an old film,
really
but
good.
it holds up. It holds up over time.
The sequel is terrible, though. Don't watch the sequel.
I've never seen the sequels. That's wondering.
I've
Okay,
seen them
good.
all.
I'm glad to hear that. I was actually contemplating watching the sequel, but
The sequel is awful.
good to know.
So, does anybody have an axe for Borsch to hold?
I have a
I don't
shovel.
have any axes. I can't afford an axe either.
I
Same.
mean, that's what orcs do, right? They have axes.
Yeah.
Does he need
I'd
an
love
axe
to be
for
able
this,
to afford a weapon.
this trick to work? I don't think he needs an axe. I think it's fine.
I'll look in the backyard for a hoe.
Oh.
You find a rake.
All right, I guess it'll have to be a rake.
Why are sexually promiscuous people all named after
Gardening implements.
gardening implements? Is it? It's sowing their seed. I get it. Never mind. I understand.
Probably that makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we've got the
I
rake
guess- I
tied
guess
to his
we-
hand.
Yeah. Well, let's wait until we wheelbarrow him
Oh yeah, let's wheelbarrow
backyard
him.
first.
All right.
Yeah.
Where do you wheelbarrow him?
Backyard of Shenanigans.
Okay, you wheelbarrow him into the backyard of Shenanigans, but as you're crossing the street to get there, you see Layla is out in the street, looking left, looking right, kind of perusing, and then her eyes settle on little Jimmy Hoffman.
I stop dead in my eyes go wide.
I smile.
She walks over to you, little Jimmy. Hey, you're the guy who's supposed to be cooking, right? Why aren't you cooking? You should get back in the kitchen.
Well,
You wouldn't want to make Dad upset, would you?
We found the old cook. Do you know what happened to him?
What do you mean, the old cook?
I point to the wheelbarrow.
That old lady?
Oh no.
Oh, Borsch! What are you doing in there? You should probably wheel him back in so he can get back to work with the kid.
He was then in the basement and then the.
I'm sure it's fine. Why don't the both of you go back in the kitchen and get back to work?
All right, get back to work, kid.
Yeah. Okay.
We were just heading back to work, so
Good. Why don't you all come in and have a drink?
You should join us.
I think I will.
Beautiful.
I can't afford a drink. I don't have enough gold for it.
yeah, me too. I'm broke.
Don't worry about it. Desmond will cover you.
I'm sure you have something you could trade for a drink. Come on inside.
I'm
I'm
waiting
kind
outside.
of busy actually. How about another time?
Okay, whatever. I don't care anyway. And she will walk back in with little Jimmy. And who helps wheelbarrow Borscht in? Is it her and Jimmy?
Don't take
We don't let him take the wheelbarrow.
We don't take
Borscht.
We're not taking Borscht as well. We're taking around the back. Like,
Oh, good.
we're coming from behind.
Oh, she's gonna use
you're
the
going to bring
back
him in from
door.
the kitchen? Okay.
Yeah. We'll use the.
Cool.
You guys, I mean, I don't know enough.
No, oh, Layla, can you open that
but you guys
kitchen
should
door
realize
for us?
That's not Layla.
Layla, can you open the kitchen door for us?
Sure. And she will head into the kitchen. You guys wheel Borscht into the
Wait,
backyard?
wait,
are you in the
Neal,
kitchen
Neal.
door?
She opened the kitchen door.
I know what's going on. Are you
Okay.
actually wheeling Borscht into the backyard? Where are you taking Borscht?
We said the backyard.
Yeah, well,
Okay, you
we'll
are-
wheel him into the backyard of Shenanigans.
Well, coming from that direction.
Around the
anyway,
building.
but whatever.
Sure.
Because
So
we're trying
you
to
guys will
sneak
take
to it.
Borscht around the building.
Well, I don't know why we're coming from the front, but anyway.
Because I think this party was across the street, and then these guys slipped Borscht out the back, and somehow you guys regrouped together, and it just happened to be on that side of the street for some.
We were all at Desmond's house.
Oh,
And we're trying to sneak
Yeah, we were at
to
Desmond's
the
house.
backyard.
okay,
of the
hold on. So you got him in the
Shenanigans.
backyard. Okay,
Yeah.
you went all the way back to his house, and you came back. Okay, so you'd be coming down the main street, so you're not coming from
No,
across
we're
the
trying to
street.
sneak it. We're trying to go around the back to do the sneaking
All right,
plan.
whatever. You're here. You're in the backyard.
Yeah, we're in the backyard.
Little Jimmy heads in through the same door that Layla goes in. Layla heads over to the kitchen. Little Jimmy, where are you going?
Well, she told me to go to the kitchen.
So you're walking beside Layla, the girl of your dreams, and you see that she's about to open the door you've trapped.
What
What do you do?
Not that door. I'll
What?
dive in front of her and probably like set off the trap and have the bucket come down my head.
The bucket falls on you. You're covered in oil and hay and all sorts of nasty things. Layla stops, looks at you, looks up to the bucket above. Did you know that was there?
I thought maybe it might be because sometimes there's a bucket on top of the door.
I definitely burst out laughing at this point. I'm just pointing at laughing at this dumb kid. Like,
I
you
definitely.
fell for the oldest trick in the book, buddy.
You stupid child.
She shrugs and heads back to the common room and sits down to continue her studies. Desmond's behind the bar and he throws a look through the kitchen over in the direction of where you guys are, and then just goes back to waiting to hand out drinks very patiently.
Okay. We've got the rope ready to go.
So we start setting up Borscht.
Yeah, Borscht is all roped up. Who's going to be on the roof to operate him? Who can climb?
Who has the strength to do that? Because
Well, how
it's
do
not.
we-
A few
couple of
people. Yeah.
And where you don't have to do it for very long because something will go wrong.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I
okay.
literally
yeah.
couldn't.
I'll do it because I have to be outside anyway. So
All right. I'll help on the roof as well.
Is it dark yet?
It is. Give me a D24.
I feel like this has been going on a long time.
Yeah.
And it was afternoon when we started. I asked.
Okay. Give me a D12 plus 12. It is 3 in the afternoon, apparently.
Oh my god.
Very unfortunate. I'm so
I've
sorry.
raided 2 businesses and gone back and forth to Destin's house. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, it's 3 hours. It's not a big town.
I'm apparently very efficient. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, how much time did you really spend checking out Big Ben's brothel, right? That was like a 5-minute.
A fair amount. I inspected all the ropes at the Fresh Roosher.
That's true. That's true.
I fixed the spelling on the wiki page. Just refresh it.
All right. Well, you have Borsch's arms are kind of like up above him.
All right, we're ready to go?
So are they all outside setting this up and I'm alone in the kitchen?
You're alone in the kitchen, covered in oil and hay.
All right, so I'll wipe it off as best I can.
I hope you use
I
fire.
still need to be ready for whatever these people are and what they're about to do.
Oh shit!
So
Nice.
I find a big stack of flour,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna rig it up so that it's like, on a rope and tied to a rafter and up on top of another rafter. So when the door opens, the sack of flour will swing down and hit whoever opens it in the face. Then
Okay, but you're
touch
setting this up on the inside, so it'll only work if someone goes from the outside in, right?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. And how do you do this while Desmond is in the kitchen, in the bar room, and maybe looking over and seeing you from time to time, right? Because if he's here in the bar, he'll have like line of sight to the kitchen. So how can you do this without being spotted by the bartender?
Maybe I'll have to set it up in the basement. Maybe he'll see the borscht. You go, wait, I've got borscht tied up in the basement. He'll want to like run down to check to see if borscht. So I'm going to set it up in the basement, and as long as I guess I'm setting up traps in the basement, I'll like find like a board that is like really flimsy and sure to break, and I'll replace a step with it. And and is there like anything kind of like gross that I could, like that I could have in a barrel at the bottom for him to fall into as he tumbles down?
Well, there's a whole big barrel of pickles.
Perfect.
Who likes
Maybe
pickles?
when he comes out of it, he'll have like a pickle stuck in each ear and one in his mouth.
Yep. That's what it means.
I mean, that seems really likely.
Yeah.
It seems likely. All right. So you're setting this up downstairs. Everyone upstairs has sorted out borscht.
Who's doing his voice when we open the door? Guys?
Oh, I'm just watching. I'm not even involved in this. This is hilarious to me.
I talked to Bo. I think I tell him, hey, I think his daughter might be mind controlling him, and this plan will go awry. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, well, we already know this plan's going to go right as soon as we start it.
I don't have it though.
Oh, I can
goes
speak
without
Orcish.
saying.
I can speak Orcish, so I'll just shout some things in Orcish.
Oh,
okay, so-
do we know for a fact that Desmond speaks some other languages? We could have talked to him in other languages.
Yeah, we could have.
So I'm definitely still very much laughing about how this kind of kid got hit by his own trap. I want to make like some sort of like dexterity check or stealth check to see if I can sabotage the trap to maybe make it go off early and hit him.
Oh, that's in the
The
basement.
new trap that he's making?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm alone down in the basement. You guys are out there.
Yeah, you could follow him into the basement,
Yeah.
though. How do you get into
Now,
the
does he
basement?
follow
Oh, wait,
me
hold
into
on.
the
First off,
basement
before you get to
or
the
after I set
basement-
up the flower trap?
how do you get to the basement when the entrance is underneath, is like in the behind the bar area? Right? What is your
I
excuse to
assumed
go
the
work
basement
in?
was from the kitchen because that would be like,
No,
sort of like
that would make
refrigerator.
way too much sense. It's behind the bar.
Ooh.
The basement would be where
How
they
did
store
he
all the
get
food
there?
that you would use in the kitchen.
Yeah, let the trapdoor go down the stairs for some reason.
Yeah,
It's
I
always
know.
been
It's
that way.
it's weird, right? It's
Especially
almost like
since when it led to the underdim, it was in the kitchen.
No, in the Underdim episode, it was behind the bar as well.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, this is all my kiddish traps are being ruined here. Well, I guess I'll just have to throw a pot of boiling oil over his head.
All right.
Excellent.
Okay, everyone ready?
This is so dumb. I'm so ready. This is gonna be great.
I'm excited to weekend at Bernie's borscht.
I'm pretty
Alright.
excited as well. Let's see this shit go
Alright.
down.
All right. Why don't we do
Opportunity.
this on the other side of our last break? See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.